Oh, okay, understand. Yeah, so anyway, we'll do stuff that's good for the back in general. Yeah. Okay, so let's get you to come into, we're gonna have the knees bent and on the earth. And we're going to come back this way, and you're gonna lay out supports that you might have so that your back is gonna be open and a little bit higher. So I'm doing this, but basically you can do it with 2 pillows. I'm gonna tilt the screen down just because we're down here right now. And then we're gonna have the knees bent just because it's a nice and easy way to not aggravate the back. Relax the feet. Then we're just gonna lay back. You're gonna interlace your hands and turn the palms up. And we're just gonna rest the fingers on top of the head. And we're just gonna relax like this. So if what I'm suggesting to do with the arms is not particularly relaxing, or if for you extending the legs and having something under the knees feels a lot better, you can do that also. I'm just giving the lazy way where you can just bend your knees and have your feet planted so that your lower back is lengthened. Then we're just gonna breathe here. So you're gonna take your time, you're gonna wriggle your shoulder blades under more. You're gonna rest the arms as much as you can. And we're gonna close the eyes and nothing else to have to do. So for the first minute, simply letting ourselves arrive here. And if already you feel like releasing the arms and interlacing a little differently, maybe one finger up, you can do that. And then resting the hands on the top of the head again. Just hanging out here for 1 more minute, just letting gravity reach us, letting gravity support us, and letting the breath have a place to rest. So starting to let the mouth relax, letting the jaw relax. And starting to notice just breath, just noticing the belly rising and relaxing. And deliberately letting the face soften. There's no need to have to hold anything right now. And then with that, we're gonna release the arms to the side also, just have the palms facing up and resting. Just 1 more sweet and simple minute of just being here, just breathing. Nothing else to have to do, just drinking in the sweetness of stillness, the sweetness of just being. No matter what else is percolating in the world, we can return to ourselves, we can return to our being. Whenever we allow ourselves to come back to this place where we can orient from center, from a place of feeling integrated or feeling whole, it can make everything have a lot more clarity. Everything else can become a lot more simple. For about 20 more breath cycles, we're just simply breathing, simply being. And allowing yourself to notice what you're starting to find that is nice about this moment. What does it feel like in your body that might be feeling nice right now? Letting yourself rest in that sense of pleasant ease. Just checking in, noticing if today you had a chance, or this week you had a chance to just breathe. And I'll be quiet now so that for another 10 breaths, we're just simply here in this sweet stillness together. of moments more, just check into how it feels to have touched this stillness within. And also notice if there are places that seem to resist this in the body. Notice where those places are. And don't judge them, just notice them. Allow them to be there. Great, and then from here, when you're ready, gently, just letting the eyes float open again. We're just gonna sweep the arms back, interlace the fingers again, stretching the palms back, lengthening into the arms. Great, and then as you do that, wriggle your shoulder blades towards each other, wriggle them, look further down. We're gonna press the feet into the mat and just kind of curve the tailbone to the sky a little bit more. So we're lengthening the lower back and then resting the hips to the earth again. And then we'll take 5 more breaths here, just breathing right into the opening across our ribs, into the armpits. And there's a sweet mix of that efforting and that relaxation. We're gonna try to find our own place where it feels like balance, where it's not overly done. Great. And then we'll release the hands back next to the hips. And just take a couple of moments that it all run through the arms down to the fingertips. Great. And then from here, just tucking the chin, walk your fingertips back. And we'll come to a seat. So we're gonna sit a little bit higher if the hamstrings tend to be feeling tight today. And you're gonna take your strap. Hi, Mikkel, hi, Daryl. So we're going to extend the legs here. I'm just gonna throw Coco's bed over there. And then nice and easy, we're going to take the belt around the feet, the balls of the feet. Maybe your feet a little bit apart, just so that it feels like the legs are coming right out of the hips. And then nice and easy, draw the heart back, roll the shoulders back, press the feet into the belt, slightly bend the elbows, and we'll lift the heart. Nice. We'll draw the belly button in. So you're gonna notice that if you tend to kind of sink the mid back and draw it back, you're gonna have this kind of feeling. So let's see if we can roll our shoulders back and just lift the heart for this one for a few more breaths. Yeah, nice. Relaxing the tops of the shoulders, lengthening the crown of the head towards the sky. Then we're gonna very gently with each exhalation, just start to fold at the hips. So we're not reaching the head forward at all. We're just gonna give it time, just slowly, breath by breath, little by little. We're gonna stop wherever we feel like there is enough going on already in the hamstrings. So no need to agitate at all, keeping ourselves nice and chill. Shoulders are gonna rock back, roll back. Few more breaths, just slowly reaching forward. The knees might be a little micro bent. So a few more breaths like that. Just drawing forward with each exhalation, breathing into the backs of the legs. So we'll make sure that we're breathing. We'll take 3 more breaths like this. Great, and then we'll just gently come on back. Nice. So we're gonna take the right ankle over the left leg. We're gonna bend the left knee. Nice, and then again, just nice and easy, we're gonna wrap the arms around the legs. And as we wrap the arms around the legs, we're going to just bring the belly forward towards the legs. We're just breathing here. And again, if it feels like a strain at all, we're going to just come back a little bit more without having to kind of compel the body. So instead of making the body do something, we're going to feel where the body wants to be and just breathe there. Nice. Relaxing again through the shoulders, We'll take 10 more breath cycles here, and just one breath at a time. We'll let ourselves reach up through the heart when we're breathing in, and then when we breathe out, we'll let ourselves just reach forward. For some of you where this might be feeling quite accessible, maybe it's very easy for you, maybe you're seated down here, you're gonna bring the leg in closer and kind of hug even closer in. So it just depends on where you're at today, how it's feeling for you. Yeah, nice. So 5 more breaths like this together. Great, and then gently release. We'll extend the right leg up. If you have a belt, if you want to use one, or you can just hold your foot. We're just gonna reach the leg up, pressing it away, draw the heart up, relax the heart back. Take a few breaths like that. Nice, and just really letting yourself use those sensations to help you become really focused on just that. Really nice for the mind, our busy minds, to just have one thing to focus on. Great, and then we're gonna extend the left leg. Right leg is still up here. We're gonna start taking the right leg across the body. So right leg is gonna draw across, right arm is gonna extend back. We're gonna inhale to draw the heart up and exhale to twist. And then we're gonna deliberately again relax the shoulders, open the right fingertips back, and just breathing here. Great, and then exhale back to center. Take the right foot against the left leg, relax the right knee, and we'll take a few more breaths with the maybe left leg a little micro bent if that feels nice. You're gonna draw yourself forward, either using the belt or holding the foot with your arms crossed. And we're going to fold over the leg. And just again, every breath is a place for us to sense and to lengthen through the inhale, and to soften through the exhale. Great, and then in your own time, walk your hands back towards yourself. Nice. And we'll just switch to the other side. So left ankle over the right leg. And again, we're just gonna shimmy, make ourselves comfortable. And then you're gonna hug the leg in towards yourself. Inhale, draw the heart up. And exhale, let yourself extend towards the legs. Nice. We're just breathing here together. You're gonna sense the right foot grounded. You're gonna let your shoulders relax. There's really nothing else to need right now. We're just simply sensing and breathing. And as you sense that there is opening, as you sense that there's shift, letting yourself kind of decide how it feels if you want to kind of move into that space that you created, or if you want to just hang out and watch and breathe. So a few more breaths like that. Great, and then gently we're going to undo. And again, you can choose if you want to use your belt or if you want to hold on to your foot. And we're going to extend the left leg up towards the sky. Nice. And we'll relax the heart back. Let the shoulders relax. Great. And then pressing the foot away from you, lifting up through the belly button. Relaxing the heart back, just breathing here. Great, then we'll slide the right leg, just let it relax, and we'll take the left leg over to the right side, sweep your left arm back, and we'll be twisting to the left. So relaxing the right shoulder, relaxing the right elbow, deliberately letting everything that doesn't need to over effort, just remember that, oh, it's okay, we can just kind of chill here, just be part of the team. So when you inhale, let the breath lengthen the spine, and when you exhale, let yourself use that space from the exhale to twist a little bit more to the left. And take a few more breaths like that. Great, and then inhale, come back to center. We'll bend the left knee, take the left foot to the right leg. And again, in your own time, you're going to lengthen and holding the foot or using your belt, make a connection. Inhale to draw the heart up and micro bending that right knee just to make sure that the hamstring's not gonna feel overly extended. Then slowly, if there's space, we can start to straighten the leg and let ourselves fold forward. So take your time here. We're going to take 10 more breaths here. Just one breath at a time, starting to let the leg open and lengthen with your breath. Great. And take a deep breath in. Exhale completely. And in your own time, when you're ready, bring yourself back. Great. We're going to come into downward dog. So take your time here. I'm just going to tilt the screen a little higher. Nice. And then taking your time to find your way into downward dog, spreading your hands. Take a few circles in your wrists, each wrist. Take your time to just kind of play and get here, twisting, pressing the heart back. You're really familiar with downward dog now, so make it your own. Just feel what might be nice for you here today. Hang out here for about half a minute, just exploring. Really let the head go, let the neck just release. Really nice. Bend through the knees and press the heels back, draw the hips back. Especially if the lower back is feeling more when you're arching your lower back. Try to tuck the tailbone forward, so that the tailbone is trying to point between the hands almost. I'm gonna take a few more breaths like that. So we're gonna step the right foot forward between the hands, just nice and simple. Left knee is going to come towards the earth, and we're gonna bring the arms up, just gently drawing the heart back. So not the lower back here, mainly the heart is going to lean back. Great, and then we'll sweep the arms back, interlace the hands, roll the shoulders back, and draw the arms back. And take a few more breaths like that, lunging into the right leg, drawing the hips forward. Great, and then hands back towards the earth. We'll just step back through, downward dog. Then inhale, we'll flow forward towards a plank, drawing our heels back. lengthening the heart forward. And then we're just gently tilting the hips side to side. So a few breaths like that if it feels okay for you to lower the hips to each side. You can do that. Only if it feels fine today to do that. Great, and then we're gonna release the knees, elbows to the ribs, lowering the belly, the heart, rolling the shoulders back, and we'll draw the heart up. So rolling the shoulders back, lifting through the heart, lengthening the tailbone back. Great. And then we'll draw the hips all the way back. Take a child's pose for a few breaths here. Just relax the forehead. Anytime things feel like they're tweaking the back today, take child's pose instead. Then we're going to draw the hips back into downward dog. Draw your heels towards the earth, just lengthening the backs of the legs. Doesn't matter if the heels touch the earth or not. And then we'll step the left foot forward between the hands and release the right knee. And once again, when you're ready, we're going to float the arms up, relax the heart back, and take a few breaths there. So as you breathe here, deliberately let the shoulders be more relaxed again. And let yourself, over time, with each breath, start to press the hips forward and just simply lunge forward. And then we're going to sweep the arms back, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back, draw the knuckles back, take a few breaths like that. Great, and then we're gonna step back through downward dog. Bend the knees, draw the hips up, draw the hips back. Press the belly towards the legs. And then inhale, look between the hands. We'll stack the feet towards the hands. And inhale, we'll lengthen forward halfway. Bend the knees, folding. And pressing down through the feet towards the earth. We're gonna draw the arms all the way up. And exhale, palms to the heart. Great, we're gonna do this one more time. So bending the knees. Inhale, we're gonna lengthen all the way up, drawing the heart back. And exhale, we're gonna fold. And inhale, you're gonna lengthen halfway. Exhale, you're gonna step your feet back. Bend the knees, draw the hips as high as you can, let go of the head, and then draw the hips back, draw the heels back. Take a few breaths here in your downward dog. Then we're gonna kick the right leg up this time, bringing it all the way up, and right foot forward between the hands. Nice, lunging into that right knee, left knee comes back towards the earth. And once again, just drawing the arms up. Then we're going to start softening forward, interlace the hands, and draw the heart up. Exhale, hands to the earth. We're gonna step back to downward dog. Inhale, you're gonna come into plank, roll the shoulders back, draw the belly up, draw your heels back. Take a couple of moments, drawing the hips side to side towards the earth. It's kind of like a side bend. Great, and then back to center, knees towards the earth, elbows to the ribs. We're gonna lower. Roll your shoulders back, stay low if that's better for you today, or come a little higher. rolling the shoulders back. And exhale, back through downward dog. So you're gonna kick the left leg all the way up. And left foot forward between the hands. Nice. Right knee to the earth. And inhale. We're gonna draw the heart up. I'm gonna bring the arms back, roll the shoulders back, draw the arms back. Take a breath there. And then we're going to come back through downward dog. Bending the knees, drawing our hips back, letting go through the head, through the neck. Couple more breaths here, bending the knees to let the hips draw higher and further back. And inhale, look forward between your hands. Exhale, walk or jump the feet towards the hands. And we'll lengthen the heart up. Exhale, fold. And pressing into the feet. Inhale, we'll bring ourselves all the way up. And exhale, palms to the heart. Nice. Great, I'm just gonna tilt the screen up a little bit more. Great. So we're gonna do a couple of standing poses. So if you have blocks, if blocks are helpful for the hamstrings today, you can use them. I'm just gonna have them on either side of the mat. Nice. So we'll start in the middle of your mat. Nice. And maybe I will be a bit weird just because it's always nice to be a bit weird. So we're gonna do some Iyengar style jumping. So all you're doing is you're gonna stack your hands, bend your knees, and we're just gonna jump the legs apart. Nice. And then you're gonna turn the right foot out, the left foot in. Yeah, Coco disapproves, she's leaving. We're gonna extend through the arms. And you're gonna extend to your right. So quite simple, just triangle. Right hand can be on your shin or on your block, and left fingertips to the sky. Nice. We're gonna deliberately relax both the shoulders here. Nice. And then left hip is gonna draw up and press back. Nice. And your tailbone is going to lengthen towards your left heel. You're gonna tuck your chin and deliberately try to align the back of the head with the spine. We'll take a few more breaths like that. Just gently with each breath, we're gonna lengthen when we breathe in through all the limbs, pressing down towards the earth with your feet. And when you exhale, you just relax in this shape a little bit more. Great. And then you're gonna turn to look towards your right foot. And you're gonna turn your left foot in a little bit more. And then you're gonna walk forward more. So again, if you are not using props, hands can be on your shins and you can bring yourself forward, or your hands might reach the ground, or maybe a prop is useful today and you can take it to the inside of your left foot. You can bring yourself forward over the block, so over the right leg. And as we breathe here, we're gonna draw the right hip back. Draw the inner legs towards each other, lengthen the heart, and let yourself kind of soften and fold over the leg. So whether you're using something to support you or you're holding onto your leg, just a few more breaths there, gathering the inner legs towards each other and the right outer hip drawing back. Great, and then from here, we're gonna let the front knee bend. You're gonna turn the hips more to the center again, so opening right hand either to the inside of your right foot and turning, or again, if you have a block, right hand onto the block. We're gonna roll the shoulders apart so that we're more open through the collarbones. Nice, and then again, tuck the chin, align the back of the head with the rest of the spine. We'll take a few more breaths here. We're gonna lengthen the left arm up and extend the left arm overhead. Nice. So side angle Parsvakonasana. And notice where you might be putting the weight. So if you're putting a lot of weight into your hand, you're gonna deliberately, just very lightly, be kind of touching the ground or brushing the ground with your fingertips instead. And then the feet are what's gonna be pressing down. Right knee is bending, right hip is drawing towards the left heel. Nice, one more breath here. Great, and then from here, press down through the feet. You can bring your block with you if you're using one, and we're gonna come back through the center. Turn the big toes towards each other. Yeah, so we're facing the long edge of your mat, and now you're just gonna be reaching forward. Again, if you have something to put your hands on, you can do that. And you're gonna extend and just stacking the hands on top of each other, micro bend your knees and take a few breaths. Just extend it forward. So with every breath out, breathe out through the mouth. Couple more breaths like that, using the body to help us release tension through the breath. One more breath like that. Great, and then walk your arms in, lengthen the heart up. Great, we're gonna take a twist here. So again, you can use your block or you can have your hand on the ground, right hand to the earth, left arm to the sky, and just gonna twist. So drawing the heart up, exhale. You're going to bring your left hand towards the earth. And inhale here, exhale, sweep the right arm up. So a couple more times like this, side to side, back to the center, inhale, exhale, twist. And then inhale here, exhale, relax. Breathe in here again, draw the right arm up. Exhale, back to center. One more time to each side. Great, and then back to center. You're just gonna let yourself fold all the way forward for a few more breaths. Just letting the whole spine drape. Great, and then we're gonna wriggle the feet a little closer to each other. And again, we're gonna do our jumping thing. This time we're gonna jump the feet together, so bend the knees. And we'll just jump the feet together. Nice. According to a certain style of yoga mythology, this is good for your hip joints. I'm not sure about that, but it feels good to be mobile, mobilizing it. So we're gonna bend the knees and jump apart again. Yeah. What I mean is, I don't know if it resets stuff, but it's definitely nice for mobility. Then we're gonna turn the left foot out, right foot in. And you're going to be extending again. So sweeping the arms out, lengthening through your fingertips, collecting the muscles kind of towards the bone. And we'll extend to the left side, left hand onto your shin or your block, right arm just sweeping up towards the sky. Relaxing your shoulders here. We're gonna turn the right shoulder open more, turn the right hip to open more towards the sky. Nice. And then let the back of the head again find its alignment. So the chin might be just tucked a little. We're gonna turn the head to look up towards the right fingertips and let the back of the head align with the rest of the spine. So nice and easy, just a few more breaths like this. Notice your feet and let yourself ground through your feet to lengthen out through your fingertips. So this is really good for opening up the pelvis, the spine and the hamstrings and your shoulders. Great, and then when you exhale, you're gonna turn to look towards your left foot. Right foot is gonna come in a little bit more. We're gonna turn the hips towards the left foot. And again, if you had a block or something that is supportive, you're going to have it ahead of you to the inside of the left foot. And inhale, you're gonna lengthen the heart. And exhale, we're gonna fold over the legs. So again, to wherever your body likes to be, your hands might already be on the earth. Relax your shoulders. Draw your left hip back, draw your right hip forward. So as you breathe and as you stay in the shape, allowing yourself to notice all of these little things and just gently working on bringing things into alignment. So even though yoga looks like the same shapes all the time, it's the alignment, it's the allowing yourself to come together from within that makes it interesting each time. So a few more breaths like that, continuing to draw over the left leg, left hip back. Great, and then when you're ready, we're gonna inhale and come up a little higher. We're gonna bend the left knee, turn the right foot out a little bit more. Left hand either to the inside of your left foot or on any kind of block or support that feels like the right height for you. Fingertips are just light onto that support. We're gonna roll the shoulders back, turn the heart towards the sky a little bit more, and then we'll sweep the right arm up and overhead. Nice. Parsva Konasana, side angle on this side, pressing down through the feet, lunging through the front knee, turning open the ribs. And over the next few breaths, we're just gonna, again, just find that alignment. So you're extending, you're playing with the lengthening and the opening, relaxing the shoulders. If it feels like a lot on the upper arm, you can always take the right hand to the right hip if that feels better. Yeah, so a couple more breaths there. Back of the head aligned with your spine. Great, and then we'll straighten the front leg, turn the feet so that the big toes are again pointed towards each other. Nice, and then this time we're going to walk the hands forward ahead of you on the earth. So lots of length out of the spine. And you don't have to come all the way down, you're just gonna be walking forward, looking gently beyond your fingertips. Micro bend your knees, draw your hips back. Take a few more breaths there. Great, and then we'll walk the hands back towards ourselves. You're gonna turn your big toes out. We're gonna come into a horse stance. So the knees are bent, and we're going to come into horse stance or goddess pose. Nice. And we'll turn the palms up. Just relax the hands on the lap right now. Yeah, take a few more breaths there. Nice and easy. Roll the shoulders back. And then you got me. That is what we're gonna do next. Then we're gonna bring the arms up, touch the thumb and the index finger, turn the palms up, extend through the fingertips. And again, shoulder blades gonna draw towards each other. And a few more breaths like that. Great, and then we're gonna fold. So your knees are bent, hands come onto your ankles, and just gently let yourself fold to wherever you can. A few more breaths like that. Should be feeling the inner legs here. Great, and then hands are gonna walk forward, turn your big toes in. And exhale, simply fold for a couple more breaths. Great, and then we'll walk the feet towards each other. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bend the knees, fold all the way in. We'll be coming back into mountain pose, so over the breaths here that you're gonna take, you're gonna press your feet down. And in your own time, inhale to draw all the way back up. And exhale, palms to the heart. Nice. So take a couple more moments just feeling through your feet here. Feel your balance, Feel that it's okay that the balance is kind of actually constantly recalibrating. So there's movement even in your stillness, movement even in your stabilizing, your stability. Just allowing your breath to carry you here for a few more breaths, just noticing. Great, we're gonna do one last thing, standing. So you might use a belt, you might just be holding your feet with your hands, whichever works for you. And we're going to bring the left foot into the hands or into the belt. I'm gonna draw the leg forward. Nice. If you have a wall behind you, feel free to use the wall for support. Great, and then holding on to your left foot with your right hand, we're gonna drop the left sit bone a little bit more. So instead of having it kind of hiked up, we're gonna drop it a little bit to make that space, and then we'll twist. Nice, relaxing the shoulders, lift the heart, extend to look over to the left fingertips. Few breaths there. Great, and then left ankle over the right leg. We're gonna bend the knees. You can take your belt to the side, press the palms. Take a few breaths here. Just fold it forward. Great, and then in your own time, coming back. Nice. And we'll do the other side. So again, find your balance through both the feet. And then we'll take the belt into the right foot. Nice. And then we'll bring the right leg up. Belt into the left hand. Draw the heart up. And then right arm is gonna sweep back. Left leg is gonna press down. Right hip is gonna release down. Nice. And then inhale, we'll draw the heart up. And exhale, we'll twist to the right. So just breathing into this. A few more breaths here, just playing with the balance, feeling kind of that left foot recalibrate, the left leg recalibrate. Right shoulder is gonna relax more. Great, and then right ankle over the left thigh, pressing our palms together and just folding to wherever you can. A few breaths like that. Great. And then to come out of this, hands are gonna come forward and you're going to walk the feet back. We're gonna come back through downward dog for a couple of breaths, drawing the hips all the way back. And then bring the knees towards the earth. Couple of rounds of cat and cow, a few rounds of cat and cow. Draw the heart up, exhale, round the whole back. Simply breathing here, bringing everything together, slowing it down to its stillness. Then take the knees wider apart, big toes together. You're gonna draw your hips back. And you're gonna lengthen forward into child's pose, just resting. If it feels nice for you here, you can touch your palms together, walk the elbows forward, and take the fingertips back. And we'll stay in child's pose for a minute here, just letting everything distill. Let Let the hips rest towards the heels. Great. And then you're gonna take this to child's pose twist. So in your own time, just come up a little bit more. Start sliding, left palm facing up across the mat. Right hand just relaxes onto the left hip. And just kind of snuggle in, make it comfortable, and just rest here. Hang out here for a little while. Just letting a little bit of that time and gravity help us marinate and relax across the outer left arm and the shoulder joint. Letting the face soften, letting the eyes relax, and just breathe and hang out here, nothing else to have to do. We'll be switching sides, and in your own time, you're gonna sweep the right arm forward, come back through the center, and then right palm facing up. We're gonna slide the right arm across the mat, left hand to the right hip. And just breathe into it, relaxing the neck here. Just hang out here for about 10 more breaths and just letting the shape do its magic, nothing else to have to do. Notice how there is a sense of your breath still being dynamic. It's still in its own natural movement, finding its way just to its natural expression. We're going to bring the left arm back. Come back through the center, bring your knees towards each other, and just relax forward for a few more breaths in the center, the knees together. Let everything just even out. The breath is massaging the spine, massaging the lower back. Great, and then walk the hands back towards yourself. We'll transition into bound angle just for our last shape before Shavasana. And again, sitting higher if that feels helpful for folding forward with the knees bent to the sides. So inhale, we'll draw the heart up, and exhale again over time, letting yourself fold over the legs. Just breathing into this, your heels are pressing against each other. Just lengthening the heart forward. If for any reason any of this still feels aggravating for your back, You're gonna skip this one and come right into Shavasana, so it's up to you. Great, we'll take about 10 more breaths here. Lovely, and then in your own time, you're going to design your Shavasana, decide how many pillows, how many blankets, whatever you might need and want to make it super nice. I'm going to take 2 bolsters today to take the legs even higher, especially if the lower back is feeling tweaky. You can even take your legs up the wall if you like. And then laying back, if you have anything for the back of the neck, feel free to do that. And just shimmying, extending, making sure that you're comfortable. And as you feel the back supported, as you feel everything just evening out, take a sweet breath in and exhale. Just let the body relax into Shavasana. Nothing else to have to do. Simply breathe and simply be. As you rest here, sharing with you a reading from Thich Nhat Hanh's Inside the Now, Meditations on Time. Time is for being. Dogen begins his poem, Being Time, with these lines. A former Buddha once said in verse, "There's a time I stand on top of a soaring mountain peak. There's a time I walk in the deepest ocean abyss. There's a time I have 3 heads and 8 arms. There's a time I have a golden body, 8 or 16 feet tall. There is a time I'm a monk's staff or fly whisk. There's a time I'm a pillar or a stone lantern. There's a time I'm a certain Mr. DuPont or Mr. Smith. There's a time I am the vast sky and the great earth." Who is the ancient Buddha mentioned by Dogen? And what does it mean, there is a time? Each line begins with the characters 有时, being time, meaning there is a time or there are times. To be standing on the peak of a mountain and let forth a wild yell that shakes the heavens, that is so wonderful. To be a deity with 3 heads and 8 arms, as often seen in the Hindu tradition, can be equally wonderful. And to be a Buddha with a golden body of 16 feet is marvelous. But to be a pillar or a lantern, to be you or me, or to be a certain Mr. Dupont or Mr. Smith, yes, it is equally wonderful. Because the divine can be found even in the tiniest flower, in a bullfrog, or in the mud that nourishes the lotus. When you see the great earth, you are the great earth. The great earth is time. The great earth is the now. And gently deepening the breath. Smooth, deep breaths into the body. Feeling relaxed and feeling complete, just as you are. And in your own time, starting to lengthen out through the limbs to feel movement and breath through the body. And then transitioning to your side and back to any comfortable seat. We'll meet with the eyes softly closed and the palms together at the heart. So we'll chant Om to seal our practice and to send its energy to the world. So drawing a breath in together. Bowing towards our hearts and each other. Namaste.